not only do I review watches, now I am actually creating my own watch. This will probably be Zimbabwe's first digital watch actually. That's what I'm using to create the new digital watch. About 6 months ago, no, actually not 6 months ago, about a year ago, I bought my first watch, which was a Casio F91W, and I enjoyed that watch so much to the point that I bought a second one, which was the A159W. Enjoyed that one as well. Then I bought an A700, which was cool. I eventually gave away those as gifts to family members, and I now have these watches in front of you. There's one missing here, which is the G-Shock GWM 5610U. Usually sits there, but right now I've got a Seiko SNXS 79, a Seiko SRPD 55K1, the Casio Juro, another watch I got from AliExpress, which is the Militado ML05. I've got the Sander Tank. This is the cheapest watch I have. I got the Mission Impossible watch, the DW290, and the DW5600 G-Shock. So in a year, this is what I have. This is what my collection has evolved into, but I don't want to go into that for too long. The whole point is I have been into watches of late, and that's what led me to start my YouTube channel, reviewing watches and showing my journey into watches. If you'd like a state of the collection video, I'll be happy to create one and show you exactly everything, every single detail about my watches. But for now, that hasn't had a review, and that hasn't had a review, and that hasn't had a review yet. So I'm gonna make the review videos for those three, and those will be coming soon. But that said, let me move on to what I want to talk about next. So this whole watch journey with the collecting watches and getting into them, into the automatics, the quartz digitals and all that, has led me to the point where I am now. And I decided at some point, hey, why don't I create a digital watch? Which is interesting. This was like 5 days ago. So everything you see here is what I've collected in the last 5 days for creating a digital watch. When I researched about creating a digital watch, what I found out was I could use what is called Arduino, I'm not sure how you say it, but Arduino, and that's a microcontroller. That's the microcontroller you see there. It's like a small computer that is used for engineering projects where you can create basically anything. And this is what you have in front of me, which is what I'm using to create this digital watch. And what I'm gonna call it is Minima, M-I-N-I-M-A, because I want it to be a modern minimalist watch. I like modern minimalist watches, so that's what I went with. And the first idea was I wanted to create something like the legendary Casio F91W as my template for what I want to create. So basically what you have in front here is I have the Arduino Uno R3, and I'm using that. It's connected to my MacBook, and I'm using that to create the prototype for my new digital watch. And this will probably be Zimbabwe's first digital watch actually. I was tired of importing. I'm still gonna import and get more watches that I love, but creating one is a whole different field that I'm enjoying at the moment. So what I have for creating that is this screen. This is an LCD, 16 by 2 LCD screen, which I'm using to see what I'm doing. It's just like the same. Basically, everything I have here is what is inside this. Well, it's not exactly what's inside this, but it's the prototype for what I want to eventually have as a wristwatch. So there'll be other stages and other parts that I'm going to update on, but this is the beginning of it. So that's the 16 by 2 LCD that I'm using, which is connected to what is called a breadboard. So I got wires going off the back of it into this breadboard, and from the breadboard they all come and connect into this, which is the controller, the Arduino Uno. This is a generic one version of it. You can buy those, they're pretty cheap. I think I got that for like $6. That one's direct from China. And then on the controller I also have what is called an RTC module. This helps to keep the time as accurate as possible, and even if I switch off the whole thing, that controller is connected to my laptop. If I remove that USB cable, I'm still able to keep the correct time whenever I put it back. And I can show you, like, if I take that out, okay, if I take that out, it all goes off. You see the time now on the cashier. If I put that back in, it lights up again and you've got the correct time. So this, the RTC module, helps to keep that time, and you can eventually, I'll get a smaller version of this that can fit into a wristwatch. And then on the breadboard, which you have here, this is the breadboard, I've got my buttons. For my watch, I wanted to have 4 buttons. So that's A, that's B, that's C, that's D. And these control the watch, which you have here, and I've started working on. And then that is all connected also. I forgot one thing. There's a buzzer. This is called the buzzer module as well. So I got 3 modules connected. I've got the RTC module, the buzzer module, the display module, and 4 buttons. That's what I'm using to create the new digital watch. So basically this buzzer is like the speaker that you have in a wristwatch, and I can use it for the beeping. When I press a button, it will beep, or when the alarm goes off, it will also beep, and as well for the hourly chime or the hourly beep that you usually have on a Casio. So the idea is to create a digital watch that is sort of similar to a Casio, but in my opinion, I'm going to make it better. So if you can put in some comments about how I can make it better, or whatever features you might be interested in, let me know in the comments and we can add to that. So this is all connected to the computer, to my MacBook. There's a pretty old MacBook Pro, but on this MacBook is where I'm running the Arduino IDE, and basically this is where you code, and where I'm creating the firmware for the watch. So when I create it and I compile it and I upload it into that, which is the controller, I'm able to control whatever it is. So basically I'm also using ChatGPT. So with ChatGPT, I'll ask it, hey, I want to create a watch and I want it to have these features. Can you write me the code for this specific part? And then I continue to do that and compile it into there, copy that code into the user interface on my computer, send it to that controller. Then I'm able to move along with each part of the watch until eventually I'm done creating the prototype. And once I'm happy with that, that means I can move on to the next stage, which I'll explain in later parts. So for now, I've got everything, and when I started, I was pretty quick with it, and I found that I wasn't working with the logic of exactly how I wanted to create the watch. So I had to restart last night. So far from last night, I just spent the whole day today creating that. This is all of my Saturday, and I thought I'd start with the first screen, which is the main screen, which you have like on the Casio F91W, where you see the time, where you can see the day and the date, the 17th. But on mine, I decided I'll have the day, the month, and the year for the screen, and the time at the bottom. Of course, eventually I'll be able to change that from AM to PM, but we'll show that as we go along with the other videos. So I have that to begin with. If I press the A button, which will be the adjusting button, and hold, let me show you that. Why isn't that working? Okay, so one of the cables had disconnected when I had moved that. But as I was saying, if I press the A button there, so if I hold the A button, which will be the A button on the watch, I can switch the time setting mode, and then it starts flashing on the hour to begin with. If I press the C button, it'll move on to the minutes. I press it again, it'll move on to the day. Press it again, moves on to the month. Press it again, it moves on to the year. So I can change whatever I want to change there, whether it's 2023, 2022. So right now it's 2025, and I can cycle back to the hour again. I can change that as well. So far, that's what I've made. And then if to exit the settings screen, I just press A once and it goes back to the home screen. So far that's what I have in a day's coding, and it's coming out well. So this is the Minima watch in production. So if you're interested in the journey of how this watch is going to come to be until we have the final prototype, which will be a wristwatch just like the F91W, but totally different and totally better. Not to say anything bad about the F91W, I love the F91W. It was my first watch and it'll always be a legendary watch. It's actually the first video that I made a review, the first watch I made a review of. Please follow this journey if you're interested in whatever it has to do and the challenges that I'll face as I go through it.